turn around and wave. Okay. Okay, now I'm like nervous. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the effects of an unstable childhood. Okay, so the three topics that I'm going to be talking about is the emotions that children with unstable like environments, childhoods, or just like life, just events, how their emotions can be very irregular. The maladjustment at school, anything with like teachers, anything outside of home, how they can act that can really have them struggle. And then also the stress and anxiety that comes with having an unstable environment. And then we'll also be talking about the conclusion and how you can fix those issues. Okay, so irregular emotions are very harmful for a developing mind, especially kids when they're very young. So according to a website that I had found that found a lot of my information, was that a child could develop very poor emotional responses due to absence of stability, which is very important when it comes to very young children. Children who have experienced early intense traumatic histories or events become very fearful all the time when it comes to confrontation, being in trouble with friends, family, or just getting in trouble at school. It causes them to be very fearful. The symptoms of emotional damage in children or young adults would be difficulty calming down when upset, which is like when there's big events that happen, these people have a really hard time settling down after they've experienced very high emotions, which would go back to my intense reactions. These people have really struggle when something minor happens, they blow up basically, which also goes back to the whole struggling to calm down, which is very harmful. Perceive situations as stressful or dangerous, which is very common in young children. And then also the vulnerability of re-victimization, which is very, very hard for young kids. They feel like they're always the victim, or they feel like they are a suspect in a way. So social maladjustment is they prohibit someone to maintain a satisfactory interpersonal relationship. That would be with teachers, peers, classmates, co-workers, anything like that. Children with unstable lives could experience some really hard stability because of the lack of harmony in their home. Unstable childhood should show academic, social, environmental problems because they're unable to have constructive life decisions, which can be a harder issue down the line as they get older. And if a child experiences some type of emotional disturbance, educators such as teachers, a faculty team, a principal, they're able to step in and provide any special education that is needed. So stress and anxiety for a child can be very harmful and very dangerous for young children. Young children are not supposed to experience very high levels of stress and anxiety at a young age. So due to the increased levels of stress for the body, children with unstable environments may not develop normally, which causes, when stress and anxiety is put on a developing mind, it causes their mind to not develop normally, which can also be very harmful as they get older. Children with complex trauma histories may develop chronic or reoccurrent issues, physical issues such as like constant headaches or stomach aches, which causes them to be very sick. And then high anxiety and increased stress level also cause an over response or an under response. So they don't know how to correctly respond to a certain situation, which can also be very dangerous and very harmful down the road. If it's with law enforcement, teachers, anything like that, it can be very serious. So in conclusion, a child's emotional state is very, very important and highly impacted due to the environment in which they dwell in. It is imperative to identify children with maladaptation so that intervention can take place. Likewise, it is important to recognize the physical and emotional needs and symptoms so that intervention can take place and therapeutic approaches can be included. So that is all.
Very good. Awesome.